My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget. And look, I love the first movie. Like, the musical score is perfection, it's hilarious, it's heartfelt, it's filled with great characters, it's entertaining, like one of the most underappreciated animated movies of all time. And I would be excited for a sequel 20 years ago, but it's been 23 years since the original. And on top of that, Oddman's been slipping quite a bit. Shaun the Sheep 2, I didn't like. Oli Man, I didn't like. And I was really skeptical about this movie when I started it, and I wanted to love it. I really did, more than anything, but unfortunately, it just did nothing for me. This is as empty of an experience as you could have gotten. It is just so crushingly disappointed. Like, I mean it. Like, are they just going to make a sequel to every movie that people like and just fuck it all up? Is that what they're going to do now? Because that's what it seems like. It feels like no movie, no IP is safe. Everything is getting a sequel, everything is getting a remake, everything's gonna go on and on forever, and I just wish they left the original alone. I really did. And like, when this movie started, I was getting psyched up. You know, you hear the musical notes of the do 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 do, and I was just like, I really hope it's good. And I will say the first 10 minutes show plenty of promise, but after that, the movie just took a nosedive in quality. Like, the biggest issue is the absence of Julia Sawala and Mel Gibson. I felt it every single time Ginger and Walkie were on screen. It looked like the characters, it kinda sounded like the characters, but they never felt like the characters I love in the original. I thought Zachary Levi, I know everyone's loving to hate on him right now, and I do like him as an actor. I think he's great in Tangled, I think he's great in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I think he does a fine job in Shazam, but here, it's just a really bad performance. It just felt like he was trying too hard the entire time. And on top of that, they rewrote the entire character, so Walkie's just a big dumb idiot now, and I really hated that. And Sandy Newton, I thought was really bad. She just had no personality. And then we get Bella Ramsey as a kid, and look, I'm sorry, I just think she's a bad actress. She was bad in Last of Us, and she's bad here. Her character is just as generic as they come. And that's the word to describe this movie. Generic. It just makes every safe decision along the way, and it just ends up leaving no impact whatsoever. The characters aren't given anything to work with. They're never entertaining or compelling. The movie is never really funny. I laughed one time. There was one good joke. It's not heartfelt. It's not smart. And I thought the pacing and structure of this movie was atrocious. Like, the way the movie escalates, just for an hour and 20-minute long movie, it really drags. And it's just lacking in every sense. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, the script might not be terrible, but it's not impressive on any level. And I do like some of the ideas here. There's an element where these chickens are getting brainwashed, kinda, and I loved that, but they don't lean into it nearly enough. And while I'm talking about some positives, I do like the musical score by Gregson-Williams, even though it's nothing really new. And the animation to this movie is fantastic. It's claymation and just each environment is brought to life perfectly. I love the village. I love the factory setting. I love the aesthetic of the chicken playroom. Just everything on a visual level worked for me. And yeah, like, that's it. The rest of the movie just did nothing. There's also a section in the end of the movie where I'm like, okay, how did she survive that? You're really pushing it here a lot. But honestly, like, I don't know, this movie just pisses me off more than anything. It's just a sign that they don't care about the original movies. They're just going to make sequels to them so they can cash in on the name. There's nothing here remotely memorable. It's never got hot or sore. It's not funny. It's just I didn't have high expectations that it manages to be a crushing disappointment. I'll never think about this movie again, and I'm giving Chicken One: Dawn of the Nugget a 3 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Chicken One: Dawn of the Nugget? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.